We'll get started with Ben Bolch. Ben, please go ahead.
We just heard some colorful language in the background there. Was that you celebrating?
Oh yeah, that was us celebrating. My hair's all wet. We were throwing water. Yeah, it was a good time in that locker room right now.
You guys you guys look like you're going to win. They hit a huge shot to force overtime. What was that? What was the feeling in the huddle going into overtime? Because you guys obviously took it to them to start the overtime.
We knew that we had nothing to worry about. This is March. Things like that happen all the time. So that's something that we're used to, going into overtime games and winning those games. So that's just what we did.
Mike Regalado, please go ahead.
Hey, Jaime, Mike Regalado, Bruin Report Online. This team seems very prepared, mentally tough. What is the difference between the 4 losses to end the season and these 4 wins?
I think just our mental preparation and our defense. Our defense was kind of lacking in those 4 games that we lost. So when we got into March, we knew that's something that we had to change. And that's what we're doing right now, and that's why we're winning games.
Next, we'll go to Sam Connon. Sam, please go ahead.
Hey, Jaime. What was you said you guys were celebrating in the locker room, throwing water around, but what was it like? Just any more details there?
Yeah, we know it was Coach's first Elite Eight, so we're really excited and happy for him. And this is our whole team's first time going to the Elite Eight, but we're not finished yet. We're not finished. We got a lot more work to do.
We'll go to Jim Alexander next. Jim, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jim Alexander from the LA Daily News. What has the vibe been like as this tournament run has continued? Obviously your confidence level has got to be through the roof now, but how has that kind of manifested itself?
Just sticking together as a team, believing in each other every single day, knowing what we're here for. We're in a hotel. We're in a hotel for a reason. We're staying focused as much as we can, and we're just paying attention to one game at a time.
Bill Plaschke, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jaime, this is Plaschke from LA Times. You're going to be underdogs in the next game. You'll be underdogs the rest of the way. You've been underdogs before, yet you act like you think nobody can beat you guys. Is that the feeling? Is there a feeling of almost invincibility right now on this team?
I don't want to say invincibility because everyone's beatable. Everyone has good nights and everyone has bad nights, but we're definitely a confident team, and we definitely believe in ourselves even when no one else was or did. So we just believe in each other every single day and knew if we got this opportunity, we were going to take full advantage.
Billywitz, please go ahead.
Hi, this is Billywitz with the New York Times. When you got to UCLA and Coach Cronin was new, he's not the coach that was there when you committed. What was his message of kind of how he wanted to play? Because UCLA is historically is a skilled team and not necessarily known for the toughness that I think you guys have displayed here in these last 4 games.
Yeah. So when he came to UCLA, he basically preached the entire time that no matter what was going to happen, we were going to be a tough team and we were going to be a defensive team. So that was kind of his whole attitude coming into UCLA, is that no matter what happens, we're going to be the toughest team to go out there and play.
Next, we'll go to Tim Cates.
Hey, Jaime, Tim Cates, Bruin Talk, AM 570. Congratulations. Can you talk about that 3-pointer in overtime, shot clock winding down to extend the lead for you guys, just how big that shot was? And is that something, you look back and you're growing up, practicing clock winding down, making the 3-point shot at the buzzer?
Yeah, those are definitely shots I practiced at the park. Just imagining, being in March Madness, getting a go-ahead bucket like that. But yeah, my mentality, I saw the shot clock winding down, and I knew we needed a big shot, so I just took the shot.
Dennis Freeman, please go ahead.
Yes, Dennis Freeman from News for Us Online. Jaime, can you talk about how important was it for you guys to get out to that lead in the first half?
It was very important to try to set the tone for the rest of the game, knowing that we were going to be, up in them on defense and getting as many shots as we could. And then, when you have good defense, that usually transitions to good offense. So making sure that we set that tone early in the game really helped us for the rest of the game.
Mike DeCourcy, please go ahead.
Yes, Jaime. You made obviously some huge shots in this game, but what about the performance of David Singleton down the stretch with the free throws and then starting you guys off in overtime? How much did that mean?
Oh, it meant everything. I mean, Dave works so hard every day in practice. We know what he's capable of, and when his name was called today, he showed everybody what he's all about, and that's a big time player.
Dan Wolken, please go ahead.
Yeah, Jaime, Dan Wolken, USA Today. At the end of regulation, what was the plan there? Were you guys thinking about fouling them and putting them on the line, and did it just go wrong, or were you comfortable letting them shoot it? And then once the shot goes in, who speaks up in the huddle? What do they say? Just how did that whole thing go? Because that obviously had to be a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, so when they came down, our main focus was to try to double the ball handler. As we double, they kind of got a guy open. They hit the shot, but it's not a position that we haven't been in before. We knew that if they got a shot off and they made it, that we were going to be all right. We have another 5 minutes to try and win this game, and so we didn't really think much of it. And in the huddle, we just sticking together, and we've been there before, so it's nothing really new for us.
Jeff Borzello, please go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? Jeff Borzello from ESPN. Alabama kept missing free throws at the end of regulation, beginning of overtime. Did the constant misses kind of boost your guys' confidence a little bit? Maybe it felt like they kept giving you a lifeline to kind of take control of the game or, win the game at the end of regulation?
Yeah, a lot of times, close games like that come down to free throws. So if they miss, our main focus is just try to get the rebound and take advantage of their misses and go down on the offensive end and try to get a bucket.
O'Neal, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Dana O'Neal with The Athletic. The attitude and the toughness that you guys talk about and the way you play, how much of that is an extension of just who Coach Brennan is?
I think it's a huge part of who he is. He affects us all in that way. He brings the best out in all of us. So when we go out there and play, he's yelling and screaming with us. He's been through everything with us. So him being our coach, I couldn't ask for a better coach in college basketball.
Andre Monroe, please go ahead.
Congratulations on the win, Jaime. I was just wondering what it felt like to advance to the Elite Eight now, and what do you think you guys need to improve on to make it further?
It feels amazing to advance to the Elite Eight, but like I said, we still got a lot of work to do. And, what we can improve on every day, just our defense, talking more on switches because sometimes we get confused, and making sure our rebounding is on point. So that's what I say we need to work on.
John Title, please go ahead. John, are you there?
You hear me now?
Yeah, we got you, John.
All right, John Titel from hoopshd.com. Jaime, you talked about the fact that you guys were not worried and would be okay, but after losing Stanford in overtime in January and losing to the Beavers in overtime in the Pac-12 tournament, why weren't you worried going into overtime today?
Well, you don't win every single game in overtime, but we know we've been in that position before, and we knew if we get another 5 minutes to try and win this game. So we knew we had to be the toughest team out there, and that's going to be the reason why we won the game, is being the toughest team. And like I said, we've been in those positions before. You don't win every single game, but it's a position that we were very comfortable with.
We'll take our last two. First one will be from Ben Bolch. Ben, please go ahead.
How do you explain this run, given that you guys no Chris Smith, no Jalen Hill, you guys had lost 4 in a row to enter the tournament? I mean, how do you explain it?
The only thing I could say is that we never stopped believing in ourselves. we went into practice. There were some tough practices there where, it was probably easier to just get down and try to wrap it in and call it a season. But, we stuck together, we stuck it out, and we came together. And that's the biggest reason why we're winning these games, just how close we are as a team, coming together and, believing in one another.
We'll take our last one from Sam Connon. Sam, please go ahead.
Hey, Jaime. So that 4-point play by Jules in the first half, I know so much happened after that, but I saw you and your teammates all got very animated after that. How huge was his shooting in the first half, and then his ability to hit free throws along with the rest of you guys in overtime?
Oh, it was huge. It was huge. When a guy makes a play like that, we all are super happy for him because that helps the team. And when he hit that shot, everyone's going over there to pick him up and give him a pat on the back and tell him that was a great shot. And then his ability to hit the free throws at the end of the game is huge. So shout out to Jules, and he had a hell of a game today.
Thanks for the time, Jaime. Congrats on the win. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you very much.